Let's move forward now into looking at some of the back pages of this. And let's go to the forecast box and look at terminal pickup. And we'll click on that, and it shows that there are 3 orders that are due for terminal pickup. So let's take a look at the first one here, and we will take a look at this, and you'll see that this brings up quite a bit of information on the order. It gives you the order number, the load ID, the order type, which in this case, this is a corporate move. This will also let you know it's going from Quincy, Massachusetts, which is the pickup location, and this one's going out to Richland, Washington. The status on this one is that it's assigned, and pretty much everything that you look at should say assigned, because if it's not assigned, it won't show up in your load screens. And then finally, the service type is terminal pickup. So this means the terminal is going to be going out to pick up the car. We will see what the vehicle information is. In this case, it's asking you to get the VIN for us. And now we see the actual pickup address and the customer's contact number. And in this case, it's coming back to Chips Transport in Foxborough, Massachusetts. We're using Chips today as our sample terminal. This will also tell you when the date of pickup should occur and when the date of pickup should occur with the over-the-road truck. Again, we're looking at data from June here. Today is July 3rd. So this is a little outdated, but again, we have to work in the test environment so that we don't affect any live data. In this case, the point being here that you can actually schedule through this, and this sends notes back to us to keep us informed that the order has been addressed by the terminal and been scheduled. So let's go to this orange box down here where it says pickup delivery confirmation. And if we hit this drop down box, you'll see you've got 3 choices. New would mean that it has not been touched. Attempt 1 would mean that a call was made with the customer, but there was no contact made. Attempt 2 would mean that a second attempt was made with the customer and still no contact made. If it was necessary to make a third attempt, it would probably be best to use the Get Help button, and we'll discuss the Get Help button in just a moment. Now, better than that, though, is in the event that you are able to get a hold of the customer and schedule the pickup, you would simply hit Confirmed, and you'll see this drop-down or pop-up box comes up. And this lets you put in the service window. So we'll say in this case that the schedule was serviced is expected to be serviced between 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. And we'll say that you spoke with Miss Howard, who is the customer. So we'll just say Miss Howard, and we will say it's confirmed. And in this case, what you'll see here is that it just put a note in the system. This is a note that you can reference. It's also a note that we can reference from our offices in Mesa, that the appointment is confirmed. So in this case, if we were looking for information from our office to find out if this order was scheduled, we could simply check notes. We would see this note is in there, and we would know that the terminal has this order scheduled and ready to go for pickup. Let's say you wanted to put a special note in here just to let us know of something going on with the order that's not urgent. You could put a note in here, and we would get that note. That would actually just be populated into our system. It's not going to alert anybody of a problem, but it is a good way to just put a little note in if there's something that you feel is important for us to know about down the road on the order. If there's an urgent matter, let's say that urgent matter is that you can't get a hold of the customer, that's what the Get Help button is for. So you can simply hit this Get Help button and put in an order. Perhaps it would say, cannot reach customer, please help. This would let us know that maybe the phone number's not bad, maybe there's no answering machine. You can get as detailed as you want in here. Maybe the customer makes a date change you want to let us know about. This is going to be brought to the immediate attention of somebody in our operations and service teams so that they can address it. Down here where you see default at default.com, this will actually populate with the email that you ask us to put in when you sign up for your login. So you'll get a copy of the note in order to keep for your records. And then if you want to get any other, want it sent to anybody else, Maybe you wanted to send it to a particular person at CarsArrive. Maybe you wanted it sent to a particular person in your office. You can add an email address here. Then you simply can hit the submit button, and that will send your alert to somebody on our team so that we can get to work on solving the problem. You'll also notice that it puts that system note down in here, so that there is a record there also that you made a note and sent us a note. Essentially, here's the good news: every one of these screens looks the same. So they all work the same. Really, the only difference is what type of service you're going to be working on, or what the order pertains to. So in that case, it was a terminal pickup. In this case, let's look at one more here. This is a terminal drop-off. So same thing. We're going to see the order across here for a terminal drop-off. This one is actually in picked up status because it has been picked up. But in this case, we see that it came from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have all the order information here. It's going to Killingly, Connecticut. And again, you have the same functions here for scheduling on the destination end, whether it's an attempt to make a call or confirmed. And then when you hit confirmed, you can put in the window of arrival on that. So this will give you that opportunity. Now, let's say you get back to the shop. You've delivered the car. You can now come up here to the CarsArrive load ID and hit delivered in this case, and you can tell us you delivered this car on, let's say it was 6:20, and the approximate time of delivery, let's say it was delivered on 2 p.m., and you can mark this as delivered, and there is now no need to go into the portal because you've already marked this delivered. So you can mark the order completed right from this screen, rather than going into the portal and having to move through the CAN portal, which can be a little more work than doing it here. Again, you have a notes function here that you can put any notes that pertain to the delivery, or perhaps the scheduling for that delivery. So you have that option too. And we'll go back to the home screen quickly, and let's look at one more. You'll also see that that one fell off. And then finally, let's look at this customer drop off. So in this case, this is assigned. We're waiting for it to come in. But now let's say the customer comes in and drops off the car. In this case, we're going to call that picked up. But the customer dropped off the car at the terminal in Foxborough, Mass. We're going to say it has been picked up, and we can even say that this came in on the 9th, on the 19th of June, and it came in at 1 p.m. And now you can mark it picked up. And this will show it now as an order that is picked up, and on our end, we'll see that it's on your lot, ready for an over-the-road truck to come pick it up. Relatively simple program. We tried to make it easy. There'll be some enhancements that you will see in the upcoming weeks. We certainly encourage your input, both as to how we can make this better, and also if you find any glitches in it. This is proprietary software. It is created in-house. So there are times that perhaps we miss something in testing, that we either functionality that you think will be helpful, or a glitch, something that's not working properly. So please let us know if you find anything or you have any ideas for us making this better. The last section that I want to go over here is submit documents for payment. This is a great way to keep track of whether or not there's paperwork due on anything. This is tied into the accounting system on our end. So as you may or may not know, the way our system works is we are really designed to pay as quickly as possible, so that when we receive proof of delivery on any move, our system automatically generates a payable so that we can pay the provider. So in this case, we are looking at a number of moves that we haven't received that proof of delivery yet, which this would be great for your accounting department or who's ever responsible for getting paperwork to us, to be able to go through this list and see what orders are waiting for proof of delivery. But if you can keep this box empty, it means you will keep your receivables up to date with us, which means your payment will come in a timely manner. And then the last button, and probably least important button, is just a log out button. This will close the program, and now you are logged out. So you're done, and And that's it. We hope you enjoy this program. We hope you find it a little easier to manage the CarsArrive terminal business using this software. And as mentioned earlier, we look forward to your feedback regarding better functionality, or if you find any glitches in it and see anything that you think would be a good enhancement or needs an immediate fix. We appreciate your time. Thank you.